more local at 9. You're watching the Fox 42 News at 9, Omaha's only primetime newscast.
Neighbors say it was a freak incident that left a Lincoln man dead, shot by police. And good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you being with us this evening. I'm Taylor Wilson. Amanda has the night off tonight. Well, a Lincoln man is dead after being shot by police. It's the first time Lincoln police officers have shot someone in more than a decade. Fox 42's Nabil Molai now with details.
Blood still stains the snow where a Lincoln man was shot to death by a police officer.
There was an officer that had made a traffic stop near 18th and A.
At a house just a few feet away, a woman called police saying her boyfriend was drunk and wouldn't leave.
He encountered a man that had come out of 1745 A Street who was armed with a knife.
That man was 39-year-old Scott Gannon, who police say came after them with a knife.
After the initial contact, the individual was shot by the officer.
I heard 2 gunshots.
Before the officer fired his gun, witnesses say Gannon walked across this yard towards the officer with a knife in his hand as the officer warned him several times to put his weapon down. Scott Gannon died at the hospital soon after. The woman who called police was his girlfriend. She didn't want to talk on camera, but tells us they have 3 kids together. She also says Gannon wanted to be shot. Police reports show Gannon had just been released from jail December 27th. His girlfriend says he was in jail for abusing his own son. The early morning shooting still sends shockwaves in the neighborhood.
This is a pretty calm area, actually. I've been here a year and a half, and it's been really calm. Nothing like this has happened. It's really a kind of a freak incident.
With more local at 9, Nabil Molai and photographer Kyle Beneke, KPTM Fox 42 News.
The officer involved in that shooting is a 10-year veteran. He'll be on administrative leave during that investigation.
Live from KLKN TV in Lincoln, this is Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Silverman.
And I'm Rod Fowler. A man is dead after a Lincoln police officer shoots and kills him.
It happened early this morning while the officer was responding to a disturbance call at a home on 17th and A Streets. Now, the police chief says the man, 38-year-old Scott Gannon, was going to attack his officer when he fired his gun. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter John Jordan has more in tonight's top story.
Well, police are hesitant to release a lot of details tonight, but they do believe Scott Gannon was swinging a knife at the officer at the time the officer shot him. Now, Gannon was rushed to the hospital, but died 2 hours later. Outside the home at 17th and A, blood still stains the snow, where Lincoln police say one of their officers shot and killed 38-year-old Scott Gannon. Neighbors say when it happened, they were woken up to multiple gunshots.
I heard a pop. I heard a couple gunshots, and that's when I kind of went into high alert mode.
According to police, the officer was going to the home after they got a call Gannon was inside drunk and refusing to leave. They say the officer just happened to be outside the home when the call came in, involved in an unrelated traffic stop. That's when they believe Gannon came outside the home trying to lunge at the officer with a knife when he shot him. Still, they admit their investigation is far from over.
We're very cautious and jumping to any conclusions before we've had a chance to assess all the facts.
According to police records, Gannon has a long history of run-ins with police going back to 1987. Records show he's been fined multiple times for possession of drugs and has also served jail time for assault as well as sexual assault of a child. Police say he'd just been released from the Seward jail last week after pleading no contest to child abuse charges. Now, Chief Cassidy says by law, anytime someone is killed by an officer, the case must be investigated by a grand jury. Now, police are hesitant to release a lot of details about the officer involved in the shooting, only that they'll tell us he has been an officer or has served 10 years on the force. For now, he has been put on administrative leave.
All right, John Jordan, thank you very much. Now, this was the first incident of an officer-involved fatal shooting in Lincoln since 1992. Out of a house at 1745 A Street holding a knife. An officer eventually shot the man in the front yard. We will have much more on this story tonight at 6.
All right, let's get a final recap of your weather forecast. It looks like our temps are going to remain above normal for the